Welcome back to the Well-Regulated Podcast. This is episode number 23. We should have a good show for you guys today. Should be a little bit of a more positive show, hopefully, than the last couple. Joining in the conversation today, I got my cousin David, also known as GE Outdoors on YouTube and Rumble. And I just wanted to let everybody know that we are, multi-streaming on both Rumble and YouTube. And I thought I had my screen here. Let's get this here going. Sorry, we're doing it live, so we got technical difficulties. There we go. We want this one. Boom. So make sure you guys are following me everywhere: YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, X, Instagram. Hopefully I'll have enough money to pay Restream and I can actually stream on more than one place or two places at once. So after the Charlie Kirk assassination on September 10th, a lot of crazy stuff has happened. There's been people cheering in the streets, mocking the assassination. You've had people like Jimmy Kimmel who have, essentially lost his job for comments that he said, and people are like coming after him or not coming after him, but coming after the idea of getting him fired for his free speech. Meanwhile, they cheered when people like Roseanne, got canceled for, essentially free speech. So it's just been really crazy. There have been some updates also about the assassin. They did a press conference with the charging agreements and stuff. And what they said was, they're charging him with a bunch of different things. They're seeking the death penalty. They actually read these alleged text messages that he sent to his boyfriend. They keep calling him a roommate, but it's his boyfriend. That, some people are saying that the text messages, like, we need to actually see them because they seem like they might not be legitimate, or they are real, but in a way where it's like one person was sending him to himself, kind of to like exonerate like anybody that's like around, to kind of just have it focus like this guy was like a lone gunman and a lone wolf. Also, every narrative about this guy being like a right-wing guy has just been shattered. So that's a complete lie. So if you are still pushing that or believing that, if you're believing that, definitely check out other sources than what you're hearing, because you're hearing lies. And if they're still pushing that, then you're just pushing misinformation and bullshit. So just stop doing that. But as tensions are getting higher, there's been a report that came out from the White House from, I believe it was first reported on X by Laura Loomer, that crazy lady. But this seems to be a legit document from the White House, and it was like a raise in status to high alert, essentially, for Islamic terrorism attacks. Now they're saying like there's supposed to be like a coordinated, like there's going to be like major coordinated attacks focusing on like hospitals and things like that, where they're also like, there'll be disguised as police and rescue workers. There's been like an increase in like surplus sales of uniforms of that sort of thing that are linked to these like overseas accounts that are linked to like these terrorist organizations. And the idea there is, a mass casualty event, and then also cause more confusion to cause like a second wave of casualties with like overstaffing or overwhelming hospitals and that sort of thing. So with that being said, the Charlie Kirk, I guess I don't think it's the funeral. I think they're going to have like a personal funeral for like the friends and family, but they're having a giant memorial at the stadium in Arizona. And it was yesterday or this morning, but they found a guy dressed in a police uniform messing around, and he wasn't supposed to be there. He was, he was impersonating a police officer. So,
which is a crime.
It's definitely a crime, but like, you have that report coming out, then you have somebody like actually like doing it. You know what I mean? That's just like crazy timing, especially at this event. There's supposed to be a lot of like big names, like on that side of the political spectrum. You know what I mean? The president, I guess, is going to be there. Like, they have Secret Service and all this. So I don't know, man. I just hope that everything goes well for that. But
it seems like perfect timing, because you're watching everybody, they're going up to these ICE agents demanding badge numbers and things like this, and I guess they're not they don't have to show badge numbers and things like that like a police would have to. So like it's kind of making a weird slippery slope for these people that are being impersonating police. They could impersonate. I imagine that's the next thing, impersonating these ICE agents, since they don't have to have a badge number and things like that.
Yeah, that's interesting too. There's also been like the conspiracy pushed from that side of the political spectrum that they're just like bounty hunters dressed as like ICE, just like working for ICE. And true or not, if they're deputized in some way and they are lawfully doing what they're supposed to be doing, like, I don't give a fuck. Get these illegal people who aren't supposed to be here out.
Right.
But that's just a conspiracy theory, and that's just my thought on it. But
so what's the conspiracy part? What?
That they're bounty hunters dressed as ICE they're not real ICE agents. They're like bounty hunters who have no like.
In the way they are, like
they're not just like police, and they're so in a way they're saying like, oh, they're kidnapping people. You know what I mean?
But in a way, they are bounty hunters. They're out there. I mean, they're offering a $50,000 sign-on bonus, all these extra benefits if you come join and be an actual ICE agent that's detaining people on the streets. So in a way, they are. Hey, there's if
they're following the law, I get. Yeah, I mean, the signing bonus. Every police place offers a signing bonus if you join the ranks.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know if it's 50 G's. That's a pretty good bonus. That's like a year's salary.
I know,
almost.
I know. It's something to ponder on.
Right.
No, but yeah, because I've been seeing a lot online. I haven't been keeping up really a lot as much as probably you do. Of course, I'm more of what you probably call a normie. But I've really been noticing how they're giving these ICE agents, so much trouble, to the point where they're actually having to arrest some people sometimes for, like I saw one the other day where the guy threw a bottle at the ICE agents there as they were leaving, and he takes them down, and the mom's all over him, pushing him, shoving him. That's my baby, and this and that. And it seems like their hands are kind of tied. When it comes to citizens. I mean, yeah, they can only detain them and hope that there's a regular police officer or somebody who can actually arrest them around. Otherwise, but they
can't arrest American citizens.
But where is where is our law that our enforcement on that?
I guess that would be like obstruction.
Yeah, but where? I'm saying like nobody's being. Nobody is facing charges for these acts, the way they're acting towards these ICE agents.
No, that's because the cops used to be scared that they would get fired for like doing their jobs. You know what I mean? So I
just hope that the same thing doesn't go on with these guys impersonating police.
Yeah, but they're supposedly like Islamic, so we'll see. But I don't know. That guy from New Orleans was like a homegrown dude, and he was doing it in the name of ISIS, remember?
Yep.
Never been there or anything, but that doesn't mean like you're flying the ISIS flag. Like, that's a terrorist organization,
right.
He was a Muslim, and, he just because he didn't go to the Middle East didn't mean he wasn't an ISIS terrorist. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so we were at the gun shop at Cabela's earlier, and you were telling me like, yeah, man, things seem to be ratcheting up. Like, I'm kind of getting worried, and this has been like something I'd always been like, not necessarily like worried about, but it's always been on my mind. And just now, since last Wednesday, like, I think not only for myself, but for like many, many, many people, especially people who have a way bigger show, have more than like one person watching. Like, it became like real. Like, these people will kill you for your words. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So
yeah, that's the thing. See, I don't have the platform to, you know, speak out about what happened, but that was it for me when they killed, you know, our voice. And when I say our voice, I know, just like you said, 80% of what he said, I'd say I actually did agree with probably a good 80%. And I followed him pretty close. I pretty much watched everything he put out. And so it hit me pretty gosh darn hard. But yeah, at that point, they took away our voice. I feel like, in a way, the only way that I feel they took away our voice is because he was the most articulate and the most respectful, I feel. Even though he had so much differences from everybody he talked to, it was still respect and just intellect. You know, that was a smart man. And of course, now we're all going to carry that flame on. At least I am personally. But that was it for me. It kind of, like they say, a turning point. It was a turning point for me for sure.
yeah, absolutely. Like, I definitely didn't really follow him too much. Like, I knew who he was, seen clips and stuff. Like, I watched when, like, you know, he brought RFK out and pretty much, like, you know, introduced him, like, switching parties and joining, like, the Trump train and all that. And, you know, he did bridge a lot of gaps on the right side of politics for sure. And even the Democrats, really, because Tulsi is a Democrat, RFK is a Democrat, like, and like you were saying with like his people interactions, like, he wasn't, the thing is, he was going there in an attempt to argue his side and change people's minds and try to.
Yeah, but who's respectful like him? Everybody else does it for the click, for the fight, for, you know, that viral crap.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
And he was just to change your mind, and you're not going to change somebody's mind when you're putting them down at the same time. The way 90%, I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what I see constantly is just. And some of the guys I watch and I respect what they say, but they're just their tone, and, you know, I'm no tone police. I'm not that guy, but just he was the only one. He was the only one. In my opinion, of our time, this is the MLK moment, and maybe not. I'm probably wrong because I'm kind of ignorant to even that. But just as far as, I've never seen nothing like that in my life, so it hit me in a crazy way.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. Like, it some people are saying, like, yeah, it's like our times, like JFK, or I guess more like Martin Luther King, because he wasn't like a political figure in the, you know, like elected office sense. He was like a community organizer and such, you know, and same as MLK, he was doing it also from a place of faith. And I think that has a lot to do with like why a lot of people didn't like him. But he even said, like, you know, he could argue his points without using his faith as like the base of it, and just do it from a logical standpoint. And he did that, and he was, he was respectful to everybody who would come up there, yell at him, jeer at him, you know, talk their shit, and all he did was be respectful. And the crazy part is like they're calling him like the fascist and all this. I see all these lists of like out of context like quotes from him.
Right. But did you watch
to like
that
justify?
Did you watch Crowder when he went through the whole
the debunking and stuff? Debunking. Yeah, but like a lot of that I already knew.
We already knew, right? But
yeah, that's like a clip we could show people, I guess. But that's the thing. It's like all they could do by who's they though. But the they is the people on the left, the other side who are celebrating. Like all they could do is come out with out of context quotes to prove.
But how did they gaslight so well that they believe without them going back and actually listening to the whole video or whatever? How do they gaslight so well they just believe it?
Dude, because people are brainwashed, dude. They still believe that like Channel 7 News and shit is telling you the truth about like stuff that's going on. And it's crazy to me that nobody looks further into it. But I get it too. Like people are busy. They don't have time. The news is supposed to be a trusted source. True. So people still trust the news. Yep. And when it's spreading like commie left-wing propaganda and that's all you're getting, like, of course I'm going to sound crazy. If they keep calling Trump a Nazi and people, you know, who voted for Trump a fascist, like they're going to start believing it because that's all they see and hear on TV. Yep. You know what I mean?
I told my buddy at work, I said, you know, because he says, you know, I don't think things will get too bad. I says, here's what's going to happen. It's going to be guys like me and you at work that agree on things. We happen to be talking, have a little conversation on our break. Somebody's overhearing us and they're going to do something to, you know, put our address out there online and say, do something to this guy, or it's going to be going to cut a brake line, or, you know, they're going to sabotage our work here at work. It's not going to be, you know, you're not going to see it coming. And it's just time to really keep your eyes open and watch your family. And just, I really like it. Like I said, I barely started listening to that Crowder guy, and the way he put it with the, you know, it's done. It's time to defend ourselves. And if it means violently defending ourselves, if that's the what they're bringing towards us, that's what they're going to get before they get a chance to.
He's making it sound, so this is great. This is what I like about Crowder. He's being so hyperbolic about it, but what he's really advocating for...
He's a comedian.
But what he's advocating for is just basic self-defense, guys. You know? Just basic self-defense. And that's why I always say stay well-regulated. You know, if you can't get a gun, you know, get you good defensive tools, get you a good, you know, good knife, good out the front, good automatic knife or a fixed blade even. But flippers definitely are better if you're in a more urban environment. And, you know, just make sure, you know what you're doing, you know, carry a first aid kit. I carry a trauma kit personally, you know, carry a firearm, you know, anything can happen at any time. And I feel like right now tensions are just like heightened. Like there's so much like craziness on the internet. Like
the problem is the disconnect from humanity. Like it's like even in our family, we have one person in our family who's probably you and I both we're close to all of our life, and just because of all this bullshit, excuse my language, that's going on, that they believe all that. They've abandoned their parents, our grandparents, at the time they need them most. They're literally passing away right now. They're in hospice, and they've been abandoned by their daughter because of political differences. It's a disconnect from humanity. And it's like you were saying the other day, the way you said evil, there's evil out there, but for a yin, there has to be a yang. So we do have to know that there is a good, and it is that in us that when we do good and we see bad things, we say, this is dumb, we're not, you know, this is wrong, whatever our morality, it is the good and the evil and the God. That is God. And even if you don't believe it's a being or the way that we believe in Christianity, you have to know that it's that good is good, and it's better than you, and you can strive for it. You know, it's not out there. I don't see it a lot, but in my opinion, the biggest part of what he did that got him killed is the Christianity part. Christianity will they'll try to kill it forever, and they always have, and they always will. And I really think that's the biggest part. He wasn't even pushing that you have to be a Christian. He was just pushing that what he believes is right, and he wanted to change your mind. You know, if he didn't, that's fine. Fascist means that you don't have the right to have an opinion, right? So I could go on and I start to ramble, but it's that disconnect. That was the point. It's that human disconnect. The good and the evil. It seems now more than ever that I believe there is evil. I've always believed the good all my life. I've been brainwashed to always believe the good. That's just the way I grew up, and now I see the evil so much, and I just know we got to watch out for it.
No, definitely. Yeah, you made great points. Like, I think all of like the family turning on other family stuff like that started. God, that could have started during like the Bush days, you know. But it wasn't as bad as it was with Trump. Like, you got people instructing like kids to go like no contact with their families because they like Trump, or they won't call him some retarded name, or you know what I mean, to affirm them or whatever. And it's just ridiculous. Like the person you mentioned, like, yeah, that's just nuts. But you know, they're fascists, so fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, right. That's the mindset, you know? It's like, oh, they voted for Trump, then, you know, they're fascists. Meanwhile, they commit actual fascism by shooting a guy who just wanted to have a conversation in the fucking neck.
Damn.
He was the moderate guy. That is so crazy, you know? Like, he was accepting gays into his organization. Like, I never seen him like put down a trans person.
Dude, I watched some of the videos of him with talking to gay and trans people, and man, he was so respectful. There was nothing in him that said hate. There was no hate. There's no hate. All this gas, it's crazy. It's crazy the way they get people to believe these things.
Yeah, it is.
Instead of researching their own, and that's the whole social media thing. We don't have to research anymore. When you and I were growing up, we had to go get a book and figure it out and find out, and read multiple books to find out which ones are telling the truth and this and that. Now it's just, hey, the news tells you, oh, sure, let's believe that, and go on with our day.
Yeah, and you had to like dig deep for those sources. Like, you had to like find Alex Jones playing on a random radio station, or, you know, get a burnt DVD copy of Loose Change, or, you know, like, like you had to dig for your info. You had to like go find like the real sources, stories, like the real reporting
instead
on
of just this guy that you
the
love
cover
his,
stories.
Yeah, you just love this guy's charisma on screen, so you listen to him. You know, oh, this guy's so easy to listen to. So I appreciate your channel. I wanted to say that I noticed that in the last couple of days more than ever, because I go to I go to the news with some of the people you showed me, and I actually do go to your channel every time it's on. It's a good source of news for me. It really is, keeping my eyes open on stuff. So I do appreciate it. I hope you keep this up, and definitely keep it up.
Yeah, no, I plan to keep doing the pod for sure. And I don't know, like sometimes it's just hard to keep up with the baby and everything, but I don't know. Sometimes I just get so overwhelmed by everything. Like, it is kind of depressing, like reading the news every day. Like last week, like I was pretty rough. Like, I was already riled up after that poor Ukrainian girl got executed on that train, and nobody helped her.
Oh my gosh.
And that guy's walking around saying, I got that white girl, I got that white girl, while everybody's just standing around. Like, that hit me like way hard. And then like a couple days later, like the 10th happened, and then I wanted to do a show on 9/11 about 9/11, and I couldn't, and I tried to do it on the weekend, but it had nothing to do with it. So I don't know. It's just been like derailing, you know what I mean? It's been overwhelming for sure.
You said something the other day that was really good. You said that not that it was a good thing that it happened, but you were trying to pull out a positive. And the positive was that I think you were saying that the voice will be heard more now. Basically, everybody's going to be looking. I don't remember exactly what you said, but at first I got a little upset. I was saying, it's not you said it in a way, you said like, this is a good thing. And I says, oh man, I started listening real intensely. And you kind of said it the way that I was thinking too, in the way that like, we're all Charlie Kirk now. You didn't do something to hurt, to quiet us. You riled us up more.
I hope the fire is lit in people. Like, I definitely am more motivated, especially to speak about like my values and what I believe in and stuff. Like, I'm not perfect in any way, but we try to be better every day. I'm no Christian or anything like that, but I still believe like to live in this country, to have this country function like it's supposed to. It's like what John Adams said, like you need to have a country with Christian morals like this one does. You need to have a Christian people, and that's definitely gone down for sure. And I guess in the sense, like, I believe in the Constitution and how the country needs to be ran and should be run, and it needs to be done by moral people, and it just is not a moral society anymore. You know what I mean? Like, this guy, nobody except like hardcore like racists or people in the government who were opposed to what he was speaking about celebrated MLK's death. You didn't have teachers going into schools and showing videos of MLK getting shot and like brainwashing them with a snuff film and telling them like he deserved it in this. You would be fired, right?
Oh my gosh.
You'd be fucking fired.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing I don't understand
like,
about
nobody
this.
was celebrating that. Right. And then here you have like people openly mocking the death. Like miming it,
So what I don't understand about this whole free speech argument is, aren't these private companies that are firing?
Exactly. Yeah. And people are still, they don't understand.
How does that have anything to do with our free speech in the country?
It doesn't.
They can still go make a podcast. They can still make their own school and teach there and have their own values at that school. And
yep. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, the problem is like all the institutions have been like so indoctrinated or so infiltrated with like that left, like crazy, like commie, like just way of operating that they're the people in power, the teachers and stuff are teaching the kids all the crazy stuff.
Okay, well here you go to you guys on that side. If they go and grab Jimmy Kimmel from his studio and lock him up and put him in jail and say what you said is hate speech, like Pam Bondi said she wanted to do whatever, the day they do that, I'm going to be on your side saying this is bullshit. That was free speech. But until that happens, until the government is taking, doing something to you to make you a criminal out of it, then it has nothing to do with free speech at all. I don't understand why anybody's even bringing that up.
Yeah, it's because people are believing it, and they are. You look, there are people, they're protesting in front of the ABC building that he got fired, saying give him his job back. You have that other ABC station that was shot at. Like, it's crazy, and you're absolutely right. And you have places like in Canada and the UK where you write a fucking Facebook message or silently pray on the street and the cops arrest you and put you in jail for 3 years. So, I mean, I'm glad we're not like that, but they were certainly trying to make it a place like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I still don't get it. Like, there's like this effort online to get like all these people fired from their jobs who are like openly celebrating it. I don't know. I really don't have like an opinion this way or that right now. I guess I kind of cooled off a little, but
about the firings, you mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I guess I agree with it because why would I want you working for me if you're a death celebrator? It was like I brought up with MLK. Like, you would be fired for doing that. You'd be fired for celebrating his death and stuff. So yeah, it's the same. Like,
I would fire my employee absolutely for celebrating it.
Yeah. But there are people people who are like You know, saying like, you know, who aren't necessarily celebrating but showing indifference, or like, oh, I didn't like him, and they're still getting fired. So I think like we're on a little slippery slope here, and we need to be extra careful because we don't want like just innocent people who really don't know anything like getting caught up in this.
Yeah.
But you know, there are pretty obvious people and obvious videos. Like you have like the defacing of all the memorials and stuff like that. Like that is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's gonna happen though. It's gonna happen, but it's just, you know, the violent, all this violent crap. Just, you know, we got to watch each other. Oh, I got your birthday present.
Oh, my birthday's on Wednesday.
Having to do with watching yourself.
Oh shit.
That's the good stuff.
150 rounds of green tip. Hell yeah. I got a new site today too. Got an EOTech. Fuck yeah. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no
appreciate
worries.
it.
Yeah, man, you know, you should get you a couple chickens, man, because I go out there and I forget about everything. I just sit there and watch them pecking around, pecking their food and waiting for me to give them something. They're awesome, man.
Yeah.
They're pretty neat. Keeps my mind off stuff.
How many you have now?
4.
You have any roosters?
No, 4 hens. They
Nice.
lay. I'm getting like 6 eggs a day.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't have to buy eggs anymore at all.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm ready.
They taste good?
Oh man, amazing! I'll bring you guys some next time.
Nice.
Yeah, heck
Fuck yeah. They got names?
No, no names. Just in case I gotta eat one.
Nice. They wake you up in the morning?
No roosters, just the chickens. They just make the chicken clucking noises.
Just clucking around. Let's see.
Yeah, but then it got me some more good news. Got me a new pistol.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. What'd you get? What was it?
It's the
Glock
22.
Glock 22 40
Which is
caliber.
confusing. I never understand how they do those numbers on the Glock.
Oh, it's random.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I still don't understand because they like went to 20s and then like 40s. I don't know, but that was pretty cool that you got that 40 because you could do a lot of stuff with it.
Oh, I'm excited.
I wanted to go here and put Glock conversion barrel. No, that's for a SIG. Is that a Glock, bro? There you go. 22. Anyway, but you could definitely get like conversion barrels or
Just
even a
drop-in
whole
barrel,
new
isn't it,
slide.
for,
But yeah, you could get the drop-in barrel for the 9mm or the 357 SIG for it. And you have the 22, which is like the Glock 17 like base. So it has a nicer handle. You have higher capacity, longer barrel, so you can reach out just a little bit farther and
Yeah,
a
that's
little
what I'm
bit higher
excited about.
velocity.
I'm excited about some accuracy.
Yeah. So I mean, we got our little pocket pistols and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
nice having a full size and just letting them out, you know?
Yeah, and then that's what I'm going to carry on my hunt. You know, just in case I get a big cat or a big bear on me or something.
Yeah, when you going out for that?
It's going to be the beginning of November, 2nd week.
Nice. What's this one, deer?
Yeah.
Where are you going to go?
It's down south, southeast. It's going to be, I'm going to camp out at Caballo Lake. There's an RV park there, so I'll park my trailer there. And then the campground's about 30, 40 minutes west of that, actually, not east, southwest. It's up there by like the Black Range and Gila Forest.
Oh, nice. Kind of by Arizona a little bit.
Yep, kind of. Yep.
That's going to be cool. One of my customers showed me he got an elk with a bow this last weekend.
That's amazing.
Yeah, dude, it was huge. And he was telling me the story. I guess it was his wife who got it. They saw him first. She took the shot and he took off. So they were tracking him. They tracked him overnight.
Oh, dang.
And they just found like these pools of blood. So long story short, they came up on him. He was like laying down. He tried to get up and he fucking crashed back out. So the wife sent another arrow got him. But the first shot, they fucking got him in like the ankle, dude. So he's just bleeding out the leg.
Oh, damn.
Just like slowly losing it.
That's crazy.
They tracked him for like 48 hours.
Until he lost enough blood that he went down.
Yeah, until they got him.
Oh, that's a trip.
Right? They're about ready to come home.
That's amazing. That's a lot of meat.
Right?
Yeah, I hope I get one. We'll have a lot of meat. And I'll be bringing you guys some meat because Melissa doesn't eat deer meat.
Why not?
I don't know. Oh, poor deer.
Oh, bro. But, yeah, I don't know. So, definitely get your hunting skills in now, because if things get worse, I mean,
Exactly.
like the way that society is looking, I mean, you get people on the left, like they keep calling for like a turning down of the temperature,
Right.
but like, how can you say that
Right.
while like still
You killed the
celebrating
guy who
and
wanted to
spreading
turn down-
lies? And yeah, they killed the guy who was
Killed the
turning
nice
down the
guy,
temperature.
man. You guys killed the nice guy,
Like,
dummies.
Like they call Charlie Kirk a racist, a
Right.
fascist, a Nazi, all this. Like they do not understand how in the middle that guy
my
was, dude, compared
gosh.
to like me or like a ton of other people.
Golly,
Like,
exactly,
you
man.
know what I mean?
That's why I said they killed the nice guy, man.
They did.
They went and
the
killed.
nice
That's what
guy.
happens, though. That's what the way it goes, isn't it? They end up killing the nice guy, and then we
Yeah.
get pissed off. I know. I don't see. Oh man, it worries me the way the country's going, because I don't know. I hear different opinions on whether or not it's half the country that really feels this weird way, that doesn't see things straight, doesn't see truth for truth. They're blind, have their blinders on.
I mean, who knows? I mean, I guess by like half the country, I guess I mean half of the political country, the people who are actually in it.
Anymore, it doesn't even
Yeah.
really matter politically. It doesn't even matter because they're coming after us regardless.
That is true. Yeah. Yep. I don't even identify as a Democrat or a Republican because I don't like the parties,
Bro.
the GOP. They've never done fucking anything for me.
I
You know
don't
what I
even
mean?
know what that means to, like, because I've registered a Democrat. Everybody told me here I was a Democrat all my life, and then this year I still registered as a Democrat, but I voted Republican.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be. Maybe in the middle.
I registered and it had a spot that said no party. So that's what I checked.
Yeah.
But if you're registered in a party, that means like when there are primaries, like when you had Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders all trying to see who's going to be the Democrat candidate, like those races you could vote in. Like which one of those people do you want to
I
be
see.
your party's candidate? You know what I mean?
So
Like
if you
I-
put no party,
You can't do that. Some states you have open primaries where
Okay.
anybody can vote,
I
but
see.
like in Louisiana where I just was and here it's closed primary. So
Okay.
like when I was voting in Louisiana during primary time, I could only vote for like 3 or 4 judges, and most of the time I would only vote for like one because it's always Democrat versus Democrat there in New Orleans anyway. And I'm not going to fucking vote for a Democrat.
in New Orleans, that's a trip because that state is Republican, right?
Yeah, but New Orleans is like its own country. Is that how I explain it?
Yeah.
It's just its own country.
Wow.
Different rules. Like it's definitely very progressive in like a left-wing sense. Like the mayor's race right now is crazy. There are like 3 front runners. I think now 2 maybe, but like over there they're just like voting for who's going to be the next person to steal the money from the taxpayers. It was all Democrats on the ticket. You know what I mean? So like the current mayor's under a federal indictment, a criminal investigation right now. The mayor, not the last one, not Landrieu, but the one before her, Ray Nagin, he just got out of federal prison for shit that he was doing when he was mayor. And it's just a long history of corruption like that. And they're never going to change. And they're just voting for who's going to steal their money next. And they're still going to have a massive crime problem. I know they're cooking the books on their crime numbers there. just like the people in DC and one other place got caught doing. There's no way that crime is going down there. They can't. Like, they have people constantly escaping jail or being let go by mistake.
Yeah.
But sweet. Dude, I did see this story here. Let's check it out real quick. So this happened here. I wanted to bring this up. Albuquerque News.
What was this?
The story's from 2 days ago. Inmate mistakenly released from Metro Detention Center. The MDC is investigating how an inmate was mistakenly released. The jail said 29-year-old John Romero was booked on 3 counts of trespassing and 1 count of resisting last Saturday.
He was homeless.
Yeah.
I bet. He
got credit for time served for 2 trespassing counts, but he owed a $25 bond for the other charges. MDC said a human error led to him being released. Okay, so they're worried about a fucking Okay, I didn't even read the story when I pulled it up. But
25.
I would have, if I were the guy. Know if
that was newsworthy.
Dude, right? If I were the guy that let him go, I'd have been like, my bad, dog. Here, I got that 25, bro. Get the fuck out.
There was a lot of killings here over this past week too.
Was there?
Yeah,
in Albuquerque.
Yeah, man, right down the road from my house. They shot the 2 O'Reillys. Did you see that?
I heard about that.
Holy moly!
Dude.
And then there was a couple more after that. There's at least 4 more murders after that. Our town is ridiculous.
Can't even go get a fucking brake pad these days, bro.
It's bad. It's bad. My buddy at work, he Wednesday he called into work because there was a gun, there was a bullet hole through his window at his house. When he got home, Tuesday night, he found a bullet hole, and he's like us. He's pretty conservative, and I just right away my head jumps to that because why would they mess with that? He's such a nice guy too. Like why would anybody? But then again, Albuquerque, I was thinking
been a drive-by.
Exactly. I was thinking when it's time to retire for sure. I'm not going to be in this town. When I'm ready to relax, there's no way. I'm thinking like Flagstaff, man.
Dude, Montana or Wyoming.
Imagine?
Yeah.
Woo. Even better.
I don't know. I still like the South.
Yeah, I got to stay close to my kids, stuff like that. So that's why I say Flagstaff.
Yeah, Flagstaff is nice.
It's kickback, man. There's not a lot of crime there.
Yeah. Do the cops come when you call? That's important.
I don't know if you need them much.
Yeah, that's true. I still like to know that they'd come when you call. Like here, at least they come when you call.
Here?
Yeah. Although the other day, like Jessica texted me at work and was like, there's a cop at the door. And there's some cop here. So we tried calling like all the different like PDs or whatever, like the sheriff's department, the state police, the city police, and nobody sent anybody here. And we were like, well, what the fuck? Like, right. So you got somebody running around acting like a cop then, or like what? So I don't know. And I don't know.
That's weird.
My sister was having like some shit go on with her kids that same day, so we thought maybe it might be related to that, but I don't know. It was just still weird, so we kind of upgraded security a little bit.
Oh, good.
And like,
you guys have. Well, I'm not going to ask on camera, but yeah, you guys got to do that.
So I don't know.
Do that. Sure, I've done the same thing.
Know?
I have. I got security in my house, grandma's house, because I got to up hers a little. Yeah, but.
Yeah,
you got to watch it. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
and he was in a police car or a cruiser. Usually they park down the road.
I tried to ask her for details, so she said she didn't see a car. She just saw the vest that said police on the back. So I was like, "Well, what color of shirt was he wearing? Did you see if he had a belt?" Like, she couldn't really.
He was actually knocking on the door.
Yeah, and she had like the garage crack too, because she was like working in the workshop. And she was like, she could hear him like and see him like out the window, like looking.
Wow.
So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it was nothing.
But now we're jumping to conclusions.
I said maybe it was nothing.
Yeah, but we're staying on edge just in case. I don't care.
Oh yeah, dude, you got people like like I'm no fucking Tim Pool or whatever, but like I still don't want people fucking with me.
I'm telling you, just like you said, even just our family alone, they're not even talking to you. If you can disconnect that much with just your family, people are not with you. They're not. They have such a disconnect with humanity, man.
Yeah, dude, it's almost like a MK Ultra type situation to me, where like a news story about Trump on TV without even showing a picture of him or hearing his voice will trigger you into a psychosis. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like some fucking Jason Bourne fucking shit, It just like you get activated.
But I
what
watched
I mean?
a guy the other day. I watched this one podcast, and this guy, he usually doesn't do anything political, but ever since this happened, he started getting crazy political, right?
Yeah.
And he was playing, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's another famous podcaster. He's a black guy, and then there's a white guy. It doesn't matter. But either way, that podcast, the one guy was talking about how Charlie Kirk, all the bad things about him, right? But what he pulled up to prove was another person saying what Charlie Kirk was saying. And that was his proof. And I'm like, really?
It's hearsay. It's hearsay.
How do they not see that?
Right? It's like you didn't. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, it's crazy to me.
So the other guy says, "Hey, well, I want to hear the real." So then they looked up the real thing, and the guy's like, "Well, he didn't really say that, But the guy completely. But he said, "You really gonna protect this guy? Look what he says, And and he says, "The lady said that he said this and that." I'm like, really? And you're getting all worked up and emotional over what somebody said he said.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking, like I said, it's like manufactured, out of context quotes to justify the celebration of an assassination.
What do you think about this Antifa? Getting the terror.
It's about time, dude. Yeah. They've been a worldwide organization since like the 1940s.
I barely heard about them.
Yeah.
Remember when I was asking you, what is that?
Yeah, dude. They've been like all the George Floyd riots in 2020. That was all the looting and shit. That was all Antifa shit, bro. Like all the fire bombings. That one Trump supporter that got murdered in the street when that guy was like, "We got a Trumper," and shot him.
I saw that.
Like that's all Antifa. Antifa, to me, now this is getting deep. Might be a little past you, but they're like the unofficial militia of like the radical left in the Democratic Party. It's like anarcho tyranny. It's like
I follow that completely. Now, okay,
they never condemn it. They say, "Oh, it's an idea." I saw a tweet from some retard that said, "I'm Antifa. That means I'm anti-fascist, and that means so are you." It's like, no, you fucking retard. No, Antifa is a terrorist organization, and you're not anti-fascist because they are literally doing fascistic things. You know what I mean?
They just coined a good name. That's all. But
yeah.
That video where they shot that Trumper, I saw that the other day. Crowder showed it, and was that a black powder or something? Did you see all the smoke come out of that gun?
I don't remember it. I haven't seen it since it happened.
Of smoke comes out of it.
He smoked him.
That's messed up.
Rest in peace, brother.
I know, man. That's messed up. Golly. But that wasn't counted. Wasn't counted.
So I want to pull this up because you were asking, like, is it really half the country? Right. Like, more Americans see left-wing beliefs behind Charlie Kirk's shooting than see right-wing beliefs. Do you think the person who killed Charlie Kirk was mostly motivated by left-wing, right-wing? So most Republicans say left-wing,
okay, yeah.
But they were pushing the propaganda that he was a Trump supporter while he was banging a tranny. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I don't know a lot of Trump supporters that do that. That wasn't the one I wanted. There was another one that looked like that was like, how many people are like, say it's okay to celebrate somebody's death or think that a political assassination is okay.
I saw that one.
And it was like 8-1 with right wing the 1 and left wing the 8, dude. So like, yeah, I think it could be half. It could be more. These people want you dead for your words. You know. And then now they're all about free speech. I don't think so. They've been calling to shut people down since like COVID and beyond. So I don't know, man. But that was not the one that I wanted to look at, but you saw it. You get the point.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people have seen it too. This isn't really one of those deep dive type episodes that I usually do anyway. So I just wanted to talk to you about all the craziness that's been going on and get your thoughts on it. And
I'm at my wit's end with it.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Me too. And like, I don't know, like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of at a weird point where like you don't want to, like, you kind of want to hide your power level because you don't want anything to happen to you, but also you want to be like fearless and put yourself out there at the same time. You know what I mean? So
I think it's good that like we all are kind of we're all kind of like in a united front on, you know, the one thing that they can't admit that they're united, you know, so much, but I know we are on the fact that we do not want to see or hurt anybody ourselves. We don't want to hurt anybody, but you try to hurt us and it's over. We're done with it. We're not playing these games no more.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. 100%. So have courage, everybody, and have faith in whatever faith that you have, believe in. And yeah, these things are getting crazy.
Believe in the American and what America's built on, being able to have a voice and talk and not be killed for it. Like how many other countries are like, you can't talk unless you will get killed for your speech.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're out there, but ours isn't one of them. It's bull crap.
No, you're right. And yeah, it's just so crazy. It's like, I don't know. Let's call him a fascist and then do a fascist thing to him. You know what I mean?
Not let him talk, not let him speak, not let him have
and they've been trying to shut people down for years. Like Steven Crowder with his Change My Mind thing. Like he used to do this thing called Crowder Confronts. You can still find some old ones. They're pretty funny, but he like finds these people that have like threatened to like firebomb his shit, and he goes with a big poster board and he like confronts them.
Oh wow.
And it's like Antifa people and stuff. Like they've gone undercover in like Antifa cells and stuff. And like it's crazy. So yeah,
go back and check some of those out.
I think them designating Antifa a terrorist organization is correct because it's worldwide. And now hopefully something happens, because like the left-wing violence is definitely intense. It's gone on for far too long. They're saying it's all right-wing violence, but I can't fucking tell.
No. Do you think that Antifa, this is it an executive order that he's put forward, or?
I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Do you think it'll actually come to fruition?
With his track record, probably not.
Like with the whole designating the cartels as a terrorist organization, that pretty much passed, right? He's
going after him now in open seas. I've seen 2 different ships get blown up.
This one's going to be a lot harder because these are American citizens.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. When it's time for him, I mean, come on. He's already said, like, we're not doing mass deportations anymore. We're going to grant Chinese visas, a whole bunch to come in. Right. We're doing this stuff with all these Indian H-1Bs right now. Like
$100,000.
Well, they have one more. I think they had 24 hours to get the deadline. So a bunch of people are coming over now. So there's a big push on 4chan or some shit like that, where they were having people like go and like start booking the flights and put them in the cart, like from India to like here. So people were having a hard time like buying them. So there's like an effort to like stop the mass immigration that Trump is still allowing into the country.
Oh wow.
It's not illegal immigration, but like we just need to hold off on all immigration for a minute, I think.
Yeah, I don't have a take on that one way or the other. I'm not educated enough, but I say legal is a lot better than illegal. I mean, just from a common sense standpoint.
Yeah, I guess. But, I mean, we have plenty of Americans who can do these jobs, you know. Like Gen Z, the workforce for them, there's like, it sucks. But then we got like, a bunch of Indians coming over to do some jobs. It's like, what?
I had a funny thought today, man, when I was watching somebody helping me. I think it was at the auto parts store. And the way that people dress now, their hair, everything is just so unprofessional, but they're so happy. And it was one of the, the Gen Z, maybe even younger. Where does Gen Z stop at? Like the 18?
I don't know. I think maybe my baby's still Gen Z.
Anyways, the way they let them just dress and the piercings and like everything just to have a body there working because people don't want to work now. You know what I mean? That's what I got from it. Because I was like, this guy is dressed like a clown, straight up like a clown.
I think it's a combination of like, yeah, some people don't want to work, but it's also a combination of like where the wage is. I mean, you have inflation that keeps going up, things keep going up and getting more expensive. Even now that Trump is still in office, like things haven't gotten much cheaper, if they have gotten cheaper. But my pay stays the same. Like even if there is a raise, it's still not enough of a raise to increase that cost of inflation and stuff. So I understand like being able to find a job where you could like go and get an apartment. Like there are not $600 apartments anymore that you and a friend can go in on anymore. That doesn't exist.
You're probably right, but I still don't take anything away from hard work. I think you can do anything with hard work. I think these kids are just a little bit lazy, and I don't know if maybe it's not lazy, maybe it's something else wrong in their head.
Yeah, maybe.
But they're not like us, man. It's a different time. And when I see the ones that are really out there hustling, I say, man, that's awesome. And like I say, you can't even knock them because so many of them are not. You can't knock the ones that are, just because they look a certain way or whatever. Just like, hey, this guy's working. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It was funny. Charlie Kirk kind of about that. On that, I watched Charlie Kirk debate at Oxford, I think it was.
That guy that talked shit about him after he died.
So that guy. I watched that debate when it first came out. When it first came out, I watched that whole thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it was funny when he was talking to him. If you ever watch it, you'll see him say, he was like, why do you think there's, you say there's something wrong with us now? We're, our generation. Or what? He goes, let's look at how you're dressed. This guy was wearing pajamas, and so you're wearing pajamas to a debate, and I'm in a suit and tie. That's what I mean. The difference, it's different now. And we don't have respect and things like that at all. There's no respect.
Yeah, as you could see, I classed it up for the pod today.
Thank you. You look good. I didn't expect to come on, so I was out in my shopping clothes.
No, you're good. I was just in a shirt that concealed my pistol well. So.
It was ammo day for me, so I was out getting ammo and I got my new piece. I'm so excited to shoot it, man. I haven't had a full size pistol in a long time.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. I should shout out, thank you to the in-laws for my birthday money. I got a cool sight for my rifle, so love you guys. Appreciate it very much. And I'll thank you in person for sure, because you probably don't watch the show.
Right.
It's a hard show to watch sometimes.
Yeah, hey, this is for some people's cup of tea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not for everybody. I mean, so this was something I wanted to say earlier, because we're trying to talk, I titled the podcast "The Future After September 10th." Is I kind of shifted gears on my channel. I still want to go back to the roots of the channel and still do product reviews, keep people well regulated with their gear, and do stealth camping and kind of challenge myself with that. But I've started the podcast to kind of cover local news stories and stuff, especially keep up with New Orleans and let people be aware of the crime and stuff that's out there. But just with that channel that you were telling me about, that guy you watch where he totally took a different tone, I feel like everything's kind of getting forced to that now, because how can I not speak on this stuff? How can you not speak up about it?
And I watched another guy. I really enjoy his channel. I don't know if I can say.
I don't care.
It's called Arako, Arako TV. Okay, it's a good one.
Never heard of it.
Okay, it's cool.
It's
really funny. It's a funny channel. It's more comedic. He takes snippets out and does. Anyways, he didn't post for the whole week, right? And I was saying, oh man, is this guy, this is one of my favorite channels straight up. And I thought for sure he was going to come out and say something bad maybe, you know, but he came out with a video finally and it was the exact same stuff. He didn't change anything at all. And I was like, that's cool, you know? And then at the very end, he says, you know what? I'm going to take 2 minutes. And he talked about Charlie. He gave a shout out and stuff. And I was like, oh, good. I can keep watching this channel.
Nice. Yeah.
No, it's a good one. It's a pretty gosh darn good one.
I'll check it out. Like, there's a guy that I used to watch called like Hoonan or something like that. I used to do those pranks. The funniest ones, the ones that I first saw were like at the beach in California. You know, they have those outdoor showers. And it's like against a rock. Well, he'd climb over and pour shampoo on people's heads.
Oh, man.
And so it keeps sudsing up. I know it's so juvenile and stupid, but I'd laugh my ass off. And then he'd get caught and they'd chase him down the beach and shit, you know?
No, but a channel like yours is important because another thing is like we kind of have to know, you know, what kind of social cues to watch out for in the world, you know, what's going on, keep our eyes open. And it's like, even if it's just, you know, how many subscribers you have, it's something. It's, you know, if you can even have a few people his eyes open to the things going on, it's something, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And I know I've lost a ton of viewers because people want to see how this knife works or how it holds up against a tree stump or can it light a fire. But I mean, that's important. But I feel like also this is important too because it's your rights as an American that are being attacked. It's your life that's being attacked. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Some people don't feel that way. Some people are just normies and think I'm being crazy and hyperbolic. But I mean, people get attacked for not agreeing with people. You get called a fascist and attacked for not thinking the same, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy. It's nuts. And it's crazy that like the violence is encouraged. Like it's so encouraged. And I don't know if it's ever going to be while I'm alive. It might be, but it might not. But there's definitely going to be some civil strife, like more than there is now.
I remember what you said, the positive that you said, and it hit me when you did say it. Then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get that. You said we're able to see the evil now.
They've identified themselves.
Exactly.
They've self-identified themselves, the evil people. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it sucks because you know some of them. You know.
I hope I don't. I'm sure I do.
Probably do.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Hopefully things just get better. We can just, you know, hope and prepare, and that's the way it goes. Anyway, we'll probably leave that right there. We hit about an hour.
Cool.
You want anything else? Add anything?
No, check me out on the channel. Constantly got new bikes going up on GE Machines. GE Machines. I'm kind of more active on here lately, but GE Outdoors, I'm going to get back into it.
All right. GE Machines.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I changed I changed it to Grandpa Easy Machines, the original name, because if you put in GE Machines, you go to washing machines right away.
I know. I couldn't even search for it. Here we go.
Grandpa Easy's Machines.
All right. Here he is fixing machines. All right, man. Well, thanks for hanging out today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a crazy one out there, guys. So make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you follow me everywhere. You can watch me on Rumble too. That'd be cool if you regularly watch on YouTube. And hopefully soon I'll be also streaming to X at the same time. We're doing all the pods live now. Switched it up. It's just better that way. It's easier on me. And there's no editing. So that's cool. Anyway, guys, it's a crazy one out there. Remember to stay well regulated, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Nice.